How you feeling?
My butthole hurts. Listen.
Good morning, sunshine.
Shit. Molded. I just got molded.
You got molded.
Molded. Let me see molded face. Molded.
How's it feel to get molded, bitch?
Molded.
Oh, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Guys, that was stupid.
When you get molded, you'll say anything to change the subject.
Molded.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 22 of Hella Mooted. Hella Mooted? Hella Moted.
Hella molded.
That's the first time I kind of fucked that one up. You know what? What's weird is when I think about people reading Hella Moted for the first time, and this goes to the listeners, when you first read Hella Moted, do you read it as moded? Because I don't think
Moded?
everybody knows what moded is.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I mean?
Molded is a Bay Area slang.
Yeah, super Bay Area, right?
Yeah, so shit, it's been around since forever though. Like I remember as a kid growing up, molded was just one of those things we would always say.
Yeah.
Molded, corroded.
Yeah,
Your
molded.
booty just exploded.
Exactly. I remember reading into moded and reading into, just like where it came from when I got the name Hella Moded. I was like thinking, all right, for the listeners who aren't in the Bay Area, what do they think of when they think of moded? And I just wanted to research what it really kind of was, because I knew moded as being like when you are super confident about something and then it doesn't go your way, that's when you're moded. So say like for a fact that something happened, but then someone else proves you wrong, that's when you're moded. Right. You know what I mean? That wasn't a very good example, but...
Or like when Jessica Simpson did that whole like chicken in the
exactly.
sea.
That's a very good...
That's moded. Like, no, that's not chicken.
That's super moded.
Yeah, that is super moded.
But I was reading into it, and I guess moded comes from demoted.
Oh,
so
okay. Wow.
Like it evolved. So at first it was that you're demoted because you did something stupid.
Right.
So you're at this
demoted.
you're like at a ranking.
I thought it was like
and now you're demoted to a lower ranking.
Right.
So, and it just cut into moded, but as in MOATED.
Yeah.
Like
MOTD.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And then it turned into MODED.
Shit.
So shit.
I wonder if it really did start in the Bay.
Maybe.
I don't know.
That's the first time I heard it, and I didn't hear it from anyone else. Hella is definitely fucking Bay Area.
Hella's for sure Bay Area.
You put them together, it's fucking hella moded, hella Bay
moded.
Area. Bay Area
slangs.
Bay Area.
Out here.
This girl's hella moded right here, though. So I don't know what's happening with her. She looks like she's in bed, for the listeners who aren't watching us on YouTube. By the way, our YouTube's getting lit right now. Shout out to everybody who's watching on YouTube. This girl, she got what do you call those things in your nose?
Fuck, I have no idea. It just helps you breathe though.
Those breathing things. She looked like she just underwent surgery, and she's obviously a little bit
off like anesthesia or something.
Yeah, a little bit
drugged
loopy.
up.
How you feeling?
My butthole hurts. Listen.
Who are you gonna send this to?
We're loud because then I get juice.
We're loud and then I get juice. So the louder you fart, the more juice you get, huh?
I like how she was like, listen. Like hella quiet.
Baby, listen. Of course I'm listening. Like you right in front of me right now, yo.
You gotta own up your farts, man.
You gotta own up to your farts.
You gotta own them.
The funniest is farting inside the club.
Oh, why?
You just let it rip and no one notices. Some foul shit. I bet you everyone's doing it too.
I'm sure someone notices.
Someone, yeah.
When they smell that shit.
When they smell, but the sound.
Do you generally have like stinky farts?
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
I think it depends.
My farts smell like nothing usually, but when I eat those certain foods that make the right combination in my stomach, and
it's all bad.
You could tell by the temperature of your fart. How?
You think so?
Yeah.
What do you mean the temperature of your fart? Like you can feel it?
If you fart and your butt feels hot, that's gonna be stinky.
Oh shit!
Think about it.
Literally.
You
Oh,
ever
shit.
you ever taken like you ever had a super hot fart where you just like farted into your car seat and you're like, ooh, it's hot.
Oh fuck!
And
No, I've never.
a few seconds later, you
never
smell
thought
it.
about that. But now that you've told me that, I'm gonna pay attention to that.
I'm gonna invent a thermometer,
a fartmometer.
a fartmometer,
A fartmometer.
where it warns you ahead of time,
It's
like
yo,
if it is above 98 degrees.
it's like an iPhone app that's next to your pocket.
Yeah,
And it's like it senses when the temperature is gonna go up or not.
yeah.
It's like, yo, your fart is about to smell.
You know they have underwear that filters out farts, like they filter out the bad smells of farts.
That's kind of extra.
I
It's
don't
just
know
like,
how
if you're gonna
good
fart,
that
it's
is.
just you gotta
Yeah.
fart. It's human.
You know how like a lot of podcasts are sponsored by MeUndies?
Yeah.
I wonder how they feel.
Is that how the MeUndies really feel?
Yeah, I've never bought some MeUndies, but I kind of want some new underwear.
Man, see, at that point, it's just like the power of the brand. I feel like
Yeah.
you can get like, I go to Costco and
Uh-huh.
get the brands called Hathaway.
Uh-huh.
Those are the best boxers. They're so
Yeah, yeah.
cozy, and then
Are you a boxer guy or boxer brief or?
depends on the situation. I am a boxer guy. I don't wear
Oh,
whitey
really?
tighties. The only time I will wear briefs are when I'm working out.
I'm a boxer brief guy.
Boxer brief,
Yeah,
more cozy, a lot of finesse in those.
yeah. You know,
I
you
feel it.
just hold everything together.
feel
Like
it,
I
I
don't
feel
like I don't like it's
Oh, you don't like
in the
swaying?
wind.
I feel it. Yeah, I don't know. I've always worn boxers, so it's just what I.
That's
what
a
I've been
preference,
into.
personal
Yeah,
choice.
definitely.
But you know how like those MeUndie commercials, they talk about how it's twice as soft as cotton.
Yeah,
How is that true?
I don't know. It could
If
be.
it is, like I damn near need MeUndies as a sponsor.
It could be. I just need my boxers to just like stay in place. I hate when my boxers like right up.
Oh,
like
yeah,
when
it's
I'm
the
wearing
worst.
jeans and shit like that. I guess that's one bad part about boxers, because like
Yeah.
briefs will just kind of stay there, and you just kind of have to like
Nah, sometimes like if you don't got the right pair,
the
that
right
shit'll
up to.
ride up to. You know what I hate is when boxer briefs are too tight throughout the
Okay.
whole day.
Yeah.
Cause then, especially at the waistband part,
Mm.
after I eat like a big meal,
Ooh.
I'm like, oh man, I gotta take off my underwear. This thing is like
Yeah.
pushing my stomach. But yeah, own up to your farts. That's the message of
Own up
that.
to your farts. It's only human. Don't be ashamed.
Here's another girl, gross girl. She's
Gross girl.
she looks well put together.
Hey guys, I know I haven't made a video in a while, but I'm gonna make it up to you because this year I've come up with something called the Super Burp.
Yay!
I swallow a lot of air. I wait till it seeps down into my stomach, and then I swallow more air because it makes room instead of just burping it out right away. So, give me a little bit. Be patient because I'm gonna have to swallow extra amount of air, but it'll be worth it in the end. I promise you. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
So right now she's just inhaling a bunch of air into her stomach.
it looks like it hurts.
That doesn't look
It's
very
really
comfortable.
painful too, so
Oh, yep.
you guys better love me for this.
Better love me for this. I wonder why she's wearing this tight dress too. I feel like it might hold. Oh shit! That scared the shit out of me.
I know I'm used.
That's
Oh, fuck. She's like, no warning. She didn't even put up a sign or like,
Yeah.
yo, it's coming right now.
yeah.
She just let that shit loose. Oh, fuck.
That's a talent. We got some talented folks on today's episode. Fuck.
That is hella mania, yo. Fuck.
But that's one where she was deliberately trying to do that.
Yeah.
The other girl was just straight drugged up.
She's just like,
I said it before, but I don't know who I would trust around me while I like undercame surgery.
like.
Did you ever get your wisdom teeth removed?
I haven't yet. So
Nah.
I'm scared.
Okay, so like, do you have to get your wisdom teeth removed?
I think I do. Like, I feel them coming in. I
Uh-huh.
have two grown in. Like, they out there.
Oh,
But then
really?
the ones on the top, no, the ones on the bottom aren't growing in. So I don't know if I have to get them out.
That's a weird move anyway, wisdom teeth, because that's like some Neanderthal shit, right?
Yeah, it's like,
Like, it's just like how we have a tailbone because
Mhm.
we used to have tails. It's how some people could move their ears because we used to be able to move our ears to
yeah,
listen
that's
to.
fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's that.
So it's like, I don't know. I feel like they're there because we're meant to have them. But if they're growing crooked and they fuck up your teeth,
I think like
supposed to do?
you know, you see the pictures of the Neanderthals. They
Mhm.
got like wider, longer faces,
Yeah.
especially in their jaw area. I guess we could fit more teeth
Right.
in before, so that's where the wisdom teeth come in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't think I gotta take my shit out
I don't know, but
either.
shit, my jaw is not that big, so
Mhm.
the ones that are growing in right now, I feel like they could get rotten maybe if you don't brush them like constantly.
Uh-huh.
So shit, I do need to get checked on that.
So if you got your wisdom teeth removed, you got to go under laughing gas. Who do you
Yeah.
trust to be there with you?
Damn. See,
And do they film you?
see?
Do you allow it?
I'm gonna have to. I need a disclaimer like before. I need a contract like, yo, you my best friend, whoever it is. Like, that's coming with me. You can't record me. And then my best friend's gonna be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I definitely wouldn't bring my mom.
Mhm.
I would say some foul ass shit. Just knowing me, I feel like that anesthesia, that whole like stuff only happens to like younger kids though, right? Doesn't it?
What do you?
Or like is it like smaller people?
The anesthesia? The,
Yeah, or just
laughing
like when
gas?
people get like loopy after their wisdom teeth.
That's
Really?
anybody.
I've only seen like little kids.
No, I've seen plenty.
You've seen adults?
Yeah.
Oh shit, then it's bad.
Yeah. I've seen plenty.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Of the ones I've seen were only like little kids or like people that were like smaller. So I kind of just like put in my head it was just like people that were with smaller bodies that it would affect. But
Let me try to pull up another one. I feel like I have a couple of these videos because I got a couple that we've shown on Hella Motive before.
yeah,
Of just people undergoing kind of surgery and shit.
there's an Instagram dedicated to that kind of shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know what it's called, but there's a bunch of weird Instagrams out there.
Let's see. I'm gonna try to see if I can pull this up. If not, it's all good.
Yeah, there's that Instagram dedicated to those like the wisdom teeth extractions. There's one dedicated to like popping pimples, which is crazy.
What the
You seen
hell?
that shit?
No.
That shit is so foul.
That's fucking gross.
That shit is so foul. It's just like this doctor, and then basically people who have like overgrown pimples, he fucking pops them.
Is it satisfying though?
I guess for some people, I guess people's like I don't know. I have no idea.
And it's just like hella pus that comes out.
Yeah, there's like some pretty fucking gigantic pimples out there.
I seen like a video of this back pimple getting popped.
Yeah,
Ooh.
and it just kept going and going and going.
I'm not like one to get squeamish or anything,
Yeah.
but that's fucking nasty.
I don't know how that shit happens.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really don't. I'm trying to think of if like I've ever had something close to a big pimple like that, but I don't think I have. For sure, I wouldn't remember.
Man, I can't find this fucking video to save my life. Whatever, it's good. But there was a video of this girl, and she was coming home from the doctor with her mom. I actually have the drop. Let me play the drop. Let's see this.
Choking on a big fat black dick. No.
She
remember
said
this
sucking
video?
on a big fat.
Yeah, she was like in a wheelchair, coming back to the car with her mom, and then she was just talking about
BBC. Big black cock.
See, I'm afraid that I'm gonna say shit like that if I go under the knife or whatever.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Might just have to go by myself. Nah, I'm just playing.
Yeah, I know. Like, might have to get an Uber or something.
Uber.
Get the nurse. Tell the nurse beforehand, like, yo, get me an Uber, get me home, and just lock me in my room.
Just lock me in my room. Oh man, yeah. I don't know who I'd bring, but shit,
Man.
gonna have to go through that soon.
So how was your weekend, bro?
Shit, it was good. What do we do? It's been a pretty crazy week actually.
Yeah.
Went to the Jeezy show on Wednesday.
Uh-huh. How was that?
It was
Who'd
good.
you go with?
I went with who did I go with? Aaron and John and Omar. So we went there early to catch Pilo and Arthur perform. So shout out to Arthur. Congratulations.
Congrats, bro.
Yeah, congrats to Pilo too. That's pretty crazy.
For people that don't know, Arthur's Calais.
Arthur's Calais, yeah. So they performed and at the end they did Light This Bitch Up.
Oh, lit.
Yeah, which
I did the video for.
which you did the video for, which was crazy because if you look at the crowd, actually like hell of people had their lights up and shit, and I think at that point there was at least like 12,000 people in the crowd.
Uh-huh.
because Pilo was the actor right before G.
He had like a 20-minute set.
Yeah, he had like 20-minute set, so that shit went up. That shit was tight.
Shout out to Pilo. Shout out to G-Eazy. Shout out to that song. Thank you for letting me direct it.
Yeah, Jeezy, dude, he really put it on for the Bay.
Yeah.
Like, he brought out who'd he bring out first? Well, he brought out Neff and Mr. Fab, E40, Too Short. I think like Mr. Fab did a remix to I forget what song it was. But they were all those artists were on the remix, so he brought them all out during one song. So it was pretty tight. And then he brought a French Montana.
We're just talking about that. Hella random.
Yeah, shit's hella random.
Shout out to French. I like French though.
Yeah, French was out there.
Did he do Hot Girls?
Nah, he didn't do Hot Girls.
Hey, that would be the one to do.
That would have been tight. He did.
Shout out to Calais.
Yeah, he did Twerk. What you twerking with? Twerk.
Lit.
What else did he do? Damn, I forget. But that shit was tight. And then yeah, he had like a pop-up shop during the week that showcased like different Bay Area artists. So I think on Monday was like Marty Grimes, Rex Life Raj, and I forget. And then Tuesday was Pilo and Cool John, and it was at this like pop-up shop in Oakland, downtown Oakland. It was kind of set up where they had like a little cafe, a barber shop, and then it was like a meet and greet for Jeezy. So it was cool. It was cool.
Tight. Man, I gotta go out more. Go to these events and shows.
That would have been tight if you came. That would have been tight.
Yeah, I was in Disneyland though.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Disneyland.
Shout out Disney.
I went with my girl and her cousin and her cousin's boyfriend, and we had a good time.
Word.
But yeah, Disney's crazy around this time, so we wanted to go because we've been a bunch of times for like Halloween because our anniversary is in October.
Right.
And so we like to go to Disneyland all the time. And by the way, if you don't like going to Disneyland, you just don't like having fun, man. Disneyland's fun. Like, I don't care if people call it kiddie or whatever. Like, damn, I'm a fucking kid. I love having fun. I love going to the rides and seeing everything and
eating good food.
It's freaking cool. This time around, like I recently started like smoking in 2016, like a lot more, just for the relaxation and benefits of it that way. And it's fun.
Yeah. So at Disneyland it was fun. Did you like pop an edible or you just went?
We went to the car to do it.
Oh, you guys went out and came back.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
shit. All right.
So we got there early in the morning to Disneyland.
Yeah.
And again, we wanted to go for the Christmas element to it.
Okay.
And for the first half, we had to take pictures. We got our new camera. So it's like fun taking pictures, but you don't want to look super loaded in your photos.
Unless you don't give a fuck, like,
So we set it out so that the first part we're like taking pictures and having fun and doing all that stuff. And then at night when the light is like not as good and we don't want to take like pictures of ourselves as much as we want to take picters of the scenery. Yeah. That's when we're going to
walk around and shit like,
around halfway we went to the car and we were scared because I was pretty like scared because you hear those stories about people going to Disney jail and shit.
Oh shit! No, I've never heard that before.
There's a story. If you watch the movie, it's a Banksy film. It's called Exit Through the Gift Shop. You know who Banksy is?
Yeah, the artist.
Yeah, he's the artist, the like well-known but secret artist, if that's like a good way of putting it. And so it follows this guy who he just like films everything, and then he like gets into the underground graffiti industry, right? So he's with Banksy and he records Banksy, and Banksy does like this propaganda inside Disneyland where I forgot what happened, but he basically had like a bunch of inflatable dolls that looked like captured people, and then he tied them up to the side of Big Thunder Mountain. Okay. And then so this guy's filming the whole thing, right? He's filming Banksy. He has everything on it. It's on an SD card on his camera. They get caught, or just him gets caught. Banksy leaves, and then he goes to ride a couple rides, and he's still good, right? But the cameraman gets caught, so they take him in the back, take him to Mickey Mouse jail, and then they like start interrogating him. and he was like, can I see the video? Like, what are you looking at? And then he gets it, he erases it. He's like, you guys got no evidence. I'm getting out of here, right?
Yeah.
So that shit was hella slick, but I don't want to be that guy.
It's like a first person video?
He was like filming. Banksy put up everything and filming like the aftermath of it. But yeah, he was super slick about it. For some reason, they're hella dumb at that moment and let him get the tapes back. Yeah. And he erases it real quick.
And then he gets them back.
No evidence. He's like, look, you guys got no evidence against me now. You guys can't detain me. Am I free to go? Yeah. So he goes. But I didn't want to be the one to go into Disney jail.
Yeah.
So we're pretty scared. Right. Or at least I am.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're like in the garage and we're smoking and shit.
Oh, in the little parking structure.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. We parked in at like the 5th floor.
Didn't you have to take a little trolley or a little
you got
back?
You got to take the tram back.
Yeah, the tram back.
But in the morning, right? In the morning when we first got there, when we went through the escalator, there's like a policeman and a dog, and then they're just sniffing people going down the escalator. Yeah. And I was thinking in my head like, damn, these pants gotta smell like some sort of weed.
They ain't checking for weed.
Yeah. But I'm like, how strict are they?
Yeah, like the paranoia started kicking. The weed too strong.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So I was thinking that, and we go through by fine, but you have to go through the alarm system, right? The and they got to check all your bags and shit, right? Which they should, you know what I mean? Like keep the park safe. But so the second time when we go back and then we start smoking, we smoke two like pretty good sized joints between the four of us, and then we're sipping this Sprite with THC in it that's with honey. Okay. I don't know what it's called exactly. I forgot what it is, but it's like the THC is
just infused honey.
Infused into the honey, and then we put the honey inside the what's it called?
Sprite.
The Sprite, yeah.
Oh, so y'all was loaded.
Yeah. Just to like even it out, because you can't. I don't think they would let us like bring in the open Sprite because they might think it's
they
like
might not like alcohol or something. Yeah.
So we finish all that, and so we're dummy lit. Yeah. We go down the escalator, and luckily there's no dog there, so we good so far. And before that, we're like, when we're smoking, we're like walking around making sure the smoke doesn't go to our clothes and stick to our clothes and shit. Yeah, you know. And there's people walking around, and we had to make sure that the camera system like wasn't really on us. Yeah, like there was camera systems, but you could tell that there's kind of blind spots too.
Yeah, I don't think they're not really tripping about smoking weed though.
I don't know. So you see, there was no smoking section. Or no smoking signs in the garage.
Oh, in the garage.
Yeah, and now that it's legal for recreational use, I was thinking like it should be all good, right? Yeah. But I just didn't want to be
just in case.
Yeah, just in case. Still paranoid, right? And especially like since you're hella lit.
Yeah. Well, even if they sell no smoking, they mean like no cigarettes too. So
yeah,
it's just like no smoking in general.
Yeah. So we didn't see any no smoking signs. So I thought maybe it's good. You know, people might smoke cigarettes over here. Like weed is legal now. So it should be good. And then so we go down through the escalator. We go to the metal detector again. Right. And then my girl's cousin beeps. Oh, and then because like I forget, I was super dummy lit. I forget. I think we did bring like a joint or something.
Yeah, it won't beep for a joint though.
Yeah, and it wouldn't like and metal. A lighter too.
Oh, the lighter.
But I don't think it beeped for the lighter. I think it was like part of her jacket. See, when we went in the morning, they didn't even go through the metal detector. Right. So they weren't thinking about it. And then, so when that happened, I guess I wasn't really tripping super much because I was just, while I was going down the escalator, I see like people just standing inconspicuously with glasses and not looking in our direction. And that makes me think like, oh, he's using his peripherals to look at us. You know what I mean? And like, so every like inconspicuous person you see, you just assume them to be the ones to take you down. Right. And, but yeah, the beep happened and it was nothing. It was just the jacket we went through and then it was good.
That's hella funny.
So we're in Disneyland, hella lit, right? And we kind of break off, just me and my girl and them two. We go separately. We go into I forget what it's called. It's like the innovation place. You know, in Tomorrowland by Port or whatever, kind of by Space Mountain.
Okay, yeah.
They like change that thing all the time. Like before, it was like the Avengers, and they had all the Iron Man people, and this time it was Star Wars. So there's different lines too, where you could take a picture with characters. So we didn't even know what the line was really.
Yeah.
And we just saw that it said Darth Vader, so we're like, okay, we're gonna go in this line, right?
Yeah.
And we're just dummy lit, just looking at everything. It's like a museum in there. They had helmets from the movie. They had costumes. It was cool. And so we go in there, and there's this freaking 7-foot tall, freaking Darth Vader.
Oh shit! Like
just
a person or like a
person?
Just, oh shit!
But he had the Darth Vader voice going on, and then he had the movements hella on point, and he was just like super freaking tall and intimidating. And it was fun though. I have pictures of it. I'll probably show it later. But
fuck.
But
that's pretty crazy.
It was
Darth
epic
Vader.
though. It was hella epic.
Is he 7 foot tall in the movies? Or
Yeah, he's tall in the movies, man. He's like, imagine if like you saw Shaq, but
dressed as Darth Vader.
Yeah. But the thing about Darth Vader too is like they do such a good job in the movies of making sure he looks like a badass. Yeah. So that when you see him, you're like, oh shit, that's fucking Darth Vader. Yeah. You know, especially if you're hella high.
Like you'll hear him breathing like. Like before he comes on the scene, and then
and he like walks up, like he's in the corner, right? And they tell you like wait here, and then he like walks out of the shadows. Oh shit! And then goes like straight up to your face, and you're like, oh damn,
that's pretty dope.
Yeah,
that's a good experience.
It was sick.
Yeah,
it really felt like Darth Vader. It didn't feel like someone in a costume.
Yeah, you like,
felt like oh god damn, this is Darth Vader right here. But I can't wait to go back to Disneyland. We had hella fun. Hyperspace Mountain was tight.
Hyperspace Mountain, is that the same as Space Mountain?
It's not it's the Space Mountain ride, but it's Star Wars themed.
Oh, okay.
So you're going.
Yeah, that's what I was just
John
about to
Williams
ask you.
Music.
Yeah, I was about to be like, is there any like Star Wars based rides?
Yeah,
but I guess that's Hyperspace Mountain.
There was a lot of Star Wars rides, you know, because they promoting right now. It's time for a night at the cinema.
Ooh.
Perfect transition right there, right?
Yep.
So, Star Wars Rogue One just came out, or Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. Mm-hmm. And we both saw it.
I did. I saw it last night, actually.
So I want to know your whole cinema experience. For people who are listening who don't know right now, A Night at the Cinema is a new segment that we just did one other time before. And it's basically a movie review, but not just a movie review, a review of the whole night at the cinema.
Right.
So what's up, man? How'd you like your night?
Well, shit, I went last night. I went with a couple of friends. We're eager to watch the newest edition of, Star Wars, Rogue One. And actually, before we actually went to the theater, none of us could even, remember, the old scenes from the old movie. And I heard that Rogue One is the prequel to A New Hope.
It takes yeah.
Yeah.
It takes place in between episode 3 and episode 4.
Okay, so it's kind of like a prequel to A New Hope.
Yeah.
So what we did was we watched A New Hope before the movie, before Rogue One, so we could catch up a little bit. And then it was pretty dope. So for those that don't remember what really went on in A New Hope, is basically Darth Vader and the Empire trying to get back stolen plans from the rebellion force that Princess Leia has information on, basically, right? And yeah, so I'm glad we watched it before, because it made me realize a bunch of shit between the two different movies. First, cinematography has exponentially gotten better over time. We're talking a 40-year window, because A New Hope came out in 1977, right? So that's 39 years to be exact, but 40-year window, that's pretty crazy. So transitioning from watching A New Hope and then going to the theater to watch Rogue One, it was a world of a difference.
Yeah.
It's like so crazy. Like you're watching you're watching A New Hope, and I'm kind of like laughing at these scenes because I'm like, this is so corny. But I mean, I'm not like bashing on the movie. I hella liked like the storyline and everything was awesome. But it's just like, damn, this is how they really made movies back in the day. So it's really crazy.
What's cool about that first movie in particular too is it was shot on a kind of smaller budget, you know?
Yeah,
because it's
definitely.
one of George Lucas's first films too. Like he only did, I think, one other feature film before that, and then he went into Star Wars.
Really?
So it was like kind of something that nobody really expected much out of, and it just became this phenomenon. So that's why the second movie and the third movie, they had a lot more budget.
Oh, right.
They could expand the world, and even now, like, it's the biggest franchise
They bought
damn
it.
near ever.
Yeah, they bought
Yeah.
it. Or what? Disney bought Star Wars,
Uh-huh.
or they bought Lucasfilm for $4 billion. And
$4 billion?
Yeah, and Star Wars is like, what is that? It's just a part of Lucasfilm, obviously. But yeah, it's pretty crazy.
So movie wise, what'd you think about the actual movie storyline and everything?
Storyline, I thought it was dope. I'm trying to like, whenever I try to think of a movie I just watched, I get like, my brain stops because there's like so many scenes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I really like the I kept thinking about the cinematography. I don't know why, because I just watched The New Hope.
It was freaking awesome.
Yeah, so like the first scene of like A New Hope was like you could just tell that the green screen was there. You know what I'm saying?
Of A New Hope?
Yeah, or the beginning of the scene, I forget what it was.
It's usually the scroll.
Oh, after the scroll.
Okay.
And then they like introduce, it was like an introductory scene or whatever.
It's always the scroll, and then a ship comes into frame.
Yeah, exactly. So it was a ship comes into frame, and then you could kind of tell that like the scaling was off a little bit.
Well, yeah, that was filmed using, what's it called? Models.
Right.
So yeah, it's miniature models of everything. But that's how they get so much detail in it too. Like especially back in the day,
because they would make the models hand.
Yeah, they would like hand do it. Oh shit, and make those tiny details.
Right. So yeah, compared to like the beginning scene of Rogue One, it was like a rebel ship just cruising through like crazy computer graphics. You know what I'm saying? Just floating seamlessly through, and it was just like I kept comparing the two movies. I just couldn't stop thinking about comparing the two movies.
One of the things that I like about Rogue One, and I'll get into my whole night at the cinema. One of the things I liked is, okay, they use Star Wars-ish music, but they made sure to separate the music and how everything was laid out separate from the actual Star Wars like trilogies, you know?
Yeah.
So usually in the beginning, you have the dun, 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 that John Williams score that everybody knows. It says Star Wars. It goes fading into the background. You see the scroll go up. And then once the scroll is finished, a ship comes into the frame.
Right.
Well, Rogue One starts off differently. Rogue One doesn't start off with the same music. It starts off in space, and you think it's gonna do that Star Wars music, but it's a different score.
Did they do a scroll?
They didn't.
They didn't, right?
No scroll.
Yeah, they didn't.
It said Rogue One, and then they got into the movie.
Right.
So I like how they separated it. And shout out to Gareth Edwards. Gareth Edwards was the one who did the reboot for Godzilla. He also did a movie called, I think, Monsters or something like that. And that's like what was the film that he did that got him to get a job for Godzilla. But again, cinematography on point.
Cinematography on point.
Yeah. All right. So for my night at the cinema, it was cool. We watched it in, I don't know what city, but in SoCal.
Okay.
And
you watched it down there.
Yeah. So we got a Groupon for Starlight Cinemas, I believe it's called. And this was crazy. It was $17 for 2 tickets plus popcorn and a refill.
Oh shit.
$17.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Nowadays, if you go to the movies like at peak time, it's like $12.50 for a standard movie. Per ticket. If you get 3D, it's like $15. You know what I mean? So
crazy.
It's a grip. It was nice to get that Groupon. And also, there was like a promo code on Groupon. So all in all, we spent $12.50 to go watch Rogue One opening night with 2 people, popcorn and a refill.
It's $12.50 for all you guys.
For 2 people.
Oh, for 2 people.
For me and my girl.
Word.
And so that was hella cool.
Yeah.
The cinema looked really cool. It was kind of like an old school feel. Have you ever been to Boomtown in
Boomtown?
It's like on the way to Reno.
Nah. Oh, actually, yeah, I have. I think so.
Yeah, it's like an old Western kind of look. It kind of reminded me of that, and inside it was it just like had themes to it. So if you like go down the cinema line, we're in theater 2, which is like right at the front, and it had like the marquee with the Vegas kind of lights, and this is inside the theater. And if you look down, there's like an Egyptian theme, and there's other themes like down the way. So we go inside our cinema, our theater, and the freaking ceiling is all stars with shooting stars going across, and it looks like I don't know, like a Aladdin kind of town. Like the walls on the sides, on the left and right, they were like 3D, not just painted, but it looked like a set. And just
that probably really adds to the experience.
It super added to the experience. The seats were nice and clean. It was kind of stadium status where it was like all the seats were low. You know how sometimes the angle of the theater is like at a really high angle?
Yeah.
This was like a lower kind of stadium angle, which I liked a lot too. And so that for sure added to the experience. Sound was on point. The screen was on point. You know how a lot of times you go to these smaller independent theaters, their sound's not their sound is the main thing that's like not all the way there. But this was like full I don't know what you call it. Like
surround sound, just
it was
whatever.
It was the full experience of like a movie if you go to a Century or AMC or something like that.
I always watch mine at Tenford.
Yeah, I always watch it at Century.
Yeah, so
but yeah, so that was cool. The again, you're talking about the cinematography. It was cool. I like how they underexposed a lot of shots. Like it was really dark. Yeah, you know what I mean. And the colors were like crazy on point, but you could still tell that it was a Star Wars thing. One thing that really stuck out to me is, okay, we know it's a Star Wars world, right? But they didn't have to show like big wide shots of everything in the beginning,
right?
Because you already know it's Star Wars. Like you might see like an AT-AT, but it's just in the background. You might see like all these Star Wars things, but it's just in the background. It
a lot of the stuff was happening like inside, actually.
Yeah, it felt like you're really focused on the characters, and the background was just where they were at. You know, I feel like the Hunger Games, the last 2 Hunger Games, did a really good job at doing that, and this Rogue One did a really, really good job at that. The acting was on point. I know a lot of people were saying that Rogue One wasn't good.
Really?
Yeah, but
I like that. I like the diversity of the cast too. Like they had Donnie Yen. They had the guy that played what's his name? The main character, not what's her name? But anyways, he was Mexican.
Diego Luna.
Yeah, Diego Luna.
There you go.
So him, and then they had Forrest Whitaker. So they're very diverse cast.
Forrest Whitaker.
So it made it really relatable. Like you could really
I think Alan Tudyk playing the droid K2SO.
K2SO, he was funny.
The Imperial droid who's reprogrammed to be on the rebel side. He was funny.
It was funny.
And dude, looking at K2SO, you thought he was real. Like the CGI is all the way there. You know what I mean?
Freaking crazy.
Like you know that he's not real.
Almost looked like it,
but
it fooled me.
Yeah,
it fooled me honestly until now.
It was crazy.
Now I know he's not real.
Yeah.
Nah, I really thought he was, or I thought he was like at least like a figure, and then they did a little bit of CGI, kind of like how they did with what's the gold one from A New Hope?
C3PO.
C3PO. That was a person.
Yeah,
that was a person.
That's a suit.
So I thought that.
But you can't move in those ways, and that thing is like 8 feet tall.
Yeah,
you know,
that's true. I'm tripping.
It was really Alan Tudyk in that sounded weird. Tudyk. Alan Tudyk.
Tudyk.
In a you know, the spandex costume for the motion capture, and he was like giving his performance, but he stole the show away.
Right.
I think. I don't want to. One thing I hate about doing movie reviews is I want to say so much about it, but I want people to watch it first. So
it did just come out.
So in my recommendation, if you haven't seen Rogue One yet, go watch that shit. It's a fun movie. It's a standalone movie. If you don't know Star Wars, don't worry. It stands alone as a good film. I like how they didn't have Jedis in it. What were you gonna say?
I was talking to one of my friends. He said I wouldn't get it if I didn't watch A New Hope.
Really?
So that's one of the reasons why we kind of watched A New Hope before, because we were like, we don't want to be lost.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, but then again,
I mean, I feel like most people have a little bit of an understanding about Star Wars, at least. You know,
they can kind of piece it together.
Yeah.
I'm glad I watched it before though, A New Hope, because I kind of I just compared the two, and actually something that I liked in Rogue One was how they displayed the Death Star activating.
Yeah,
it was like the same as A New Hope. Like that scene was like exactly the same. So
you see like the columns going together.
Yeah, and then the green light, the beam. It was literally the same
coming
angle,
all together,
but just like a little enhanced. So I thought that was kind of cool. So yeah,
what I like about Rogue One is they took a plot hole from A New Hope and they gave it meaning and purpose in this movie. That's going a little too far. So if you want to watch Rogue One, like watch that shit.
Watch that shit.
And then come back to me and let me know how you like it.
Do you think that they could possibly remake Star Wars 4, 5, and 6 in the future? You know how kind of they kind of do it to like the Spider-Man nowadays?
I don't think they
keep
should.
remaking the Spider-Mans. You don't think they should?
I don't think so.
But do you think they could or would?
I think that's one of those things that you don't touch.
Right.
Like, for example, Mean Girls. Mean Girls was such a good like standalone that if those same cast of characters did a Mean Girls 2,
it wouldn't
capture that magic, I don't think.
And then it kind of ruined the image of the whole brand.
What I would like to see is a Star Wars movie that is in no way involved with this Star Wars like saga. You know,
like a whole new.
There's a lot of good video games about Star Wars and a lot of novels that expand the world and don't have anything to do with Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. That they're just awesome already. So I would love to see even a like an animated film, like a full-on animated Star Wars, because I feel like I was talking about this before. A bunch of people who have like superpowers in movies, like you see Superman or something, it doesn't feel like they're strong. You know, like I feel like the directors and everyone, they want to show the real action, they want to shoot it, but in the end, when you're super powerful and you're gonna throw a punch, it should be so fast that you can't even comprehend it because you're a fucking superhero. You know what I mean? And you're not gonna get like that with an actor. You know, because we're limited to human ability,
to motion and shit like that.
Yeah, but we have these computers that could render shit super good. Like this is a spoiler alert, but CGI is so good. They had Carrie Fisher as a young Princess Leia.
Oh wow!
And didn't she look like real? Right?
That's crazy.
She looked like a real person. So if CGI could do that, I feel like it should be utilized more for a bunch of fight scenes and things like that. So I've seen a bunch of Star Wars videos where they're like jumping around and they're using the Force and shit. Like you remember when Yoda fought Count Dooku? Yeah. And Yoda's just flying all over the place.
Oh yeah.
That shit was tight. I want to see more things like that. You know.
So we have the technology, so
might as well use
it, right?
Right. I know a lot of people don't like that though. They're like, "Oh yeah, I like real things. I like what is it called? But just like made in camera. Practical effects. There you go. Practical effects. But CG is super good.
Yeah, it's like fuck. I don't mind it. I think it looks awesome. It's kind of crazy like how much how real CGI is looking nowadays.
If it's done in the right way, because there's a lot of shitty CGI too.
Right. True.
And a lot of shitty CGI isn't really their fault. You know, it's it's more the fault of they didn't have enough time to do it.
They kind of just rushed it. They were like, all right, you know what, fuck it. Just put it in there. At this point, no one's going to notice.
Yeah, man. All right, other news. CeeLo.
CeeLo, that shit was crazy, huh? Or so it seems.
Yeah. If you want to set this one up. This is CeeLo Green. He's a singer, R&B singer, recording artist. And I guess he has like this Samsung phone.
Yeah, apparently over the weekend he was like in a studio session, and then they caught him on camera talking on the phone, and apparently the phone explodes while he's talking on it and causes him severe damage.
But yeah, so this is the video. But since then it has been debunked. Breaking news right here.
Oh, you heard it first. Nah, not first, but we're telling you.
Hey, y'all. Listen. I just want to... Damn, hold on. I just want to let everybody know that I am alive, and I'm well, and I'm okay. And truthfully, I'm really upset that anybody had to be emotionally disturbed by what they saw today. And actually what you saw today was a clip from a smaller video that we were shooting, you know, for a new project I'm doing called Gnarly Davidson, you know, and it's supposed to set up the new, you know, set up and introduce the new character identity, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, give me y'all, you know, I'm still gonna release the music though, you know what I'm saying? But first and foremost, and for everybody that love me and care about me, I just want to let y'all know that I'm okay. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I want to just thank everybody for their love and support, you know, and concern. All right? And that's really all I want to say. And I've had a very difficult day dealing with everything, y'all. So y'all just, you know, y'all bear with me, and much love, okay? Thank y'all.
Okay, I wonder why he's choked up about it.
I have no idea.
Like, why would you be choked up about it?
Maybe because he's feeling for his fans. He's like, man, this shit really got out of hand, right? It maybe got into the wrong hands of people, and now everyone thinks a certain way about it.
Now everyone thinks that he's fucked up.
Yeah.
But really, everyone's hella moted.
Hella moted. Like, well, honestly, if you didn't see this, like, there's probably, you know, millions of people right now that think CeeLo Green got fucked up by
his
a
head
phone.
banged up. Yeah.
Yeah, and then now Samsung probably under fire too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the titles when I was watching them, they were like, Samsung phone explodes in CeeLo's ear, and it's like, oh shit, how do you know that's a Samsung? First of all, and then like it's just shit.
I mean, I've seen that Galaxy explode before, but it doesn't look like that. That looked like an actual like concussion explosion, but the way the Samsung phone like explodes, it just looks like a couple sparks,
and then it fizzes
and
up.
then fizzes. And,
that's true. Now that you say that,
smoke and a little bit of fire.
Yeah, now that you say that, that is definitely true. I don't think I've ever seen a Samsung explode like that.
It's not like a grenade. You don't go like fire in the hole and throw that shit and it blows up.
And if that shit did blow up in his ear would probably have popped off.
Yeah,
or at least some of his face or something like that.
Yeah. And the way it was filmed looks suspicious anyway.
Damn.
But that shit has since been debunked.
Yeah, CeeLo's cool.
CeeLo's good. He's driving around town with a girl you love.
Say right around town with a girl I love.
Anyway, that brings me to what I want to ask. There's been a lot of good music again.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite album of 2016 since the year is about to wrap up?
Damn. Honestly, if I look back at my iTunes, I think Travis Scott's Birds in the Trap was probably played the most. I think I could listen to that like front and back, and then, you know, just keep repeating it. Like I could drive down to LA and then like just play that shit, and then I probably wouldn't even notice.
Yeah.
For something like that. I don't know. That's my opinion. Not to say that there aren't any other great albums, but I think that one stood out to me a lot. What about you?
I like Anti.
Oh, okay.
Rihanna. Anti was really good. I remember when it first came out. Was that even this year?
That was, yeah. Oh, no. Was it?
It was long. It feels like long ago.
Let's go check.
Fact check that.
Fact check.
If it was Rihanna, Anti, when that came out, I was like, God
26
damn, this
dude,
is
it
good.
came out the beginning of this year,
Yeah,
January
exactly.
28th, 2016. Holy shit.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Crazy.
I remember it coming out early in the year. I remember it being cold when it came out.
Yeah.
And again, like this year is when I first really got into smoking ganja.
Like smoky.
And so I would listen to dun, 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 dun.
Which one's that one?
Feel like a brand new person. What the hell is it called? I forgot.
I didn't listen to the whole Anti yet. Did Anti have bitch but have my money?
No.
That's not it.
See, I liked Anti because it didn't have that. You know, it felt like an evolution for Rihanna. And
yeah, honestly, I've heard it's a very underrated album.
Super underrated. I remember Instagramming. I just like Instagram like a picture. I was like, who else is feeling this new Rihanna album? Because I did that like the day or the day after. Because I felt like it wasn't, or not the day.
Just
or
flew
the
by.
It was like
nobody really
maybe a couple weeks after I did that. Because I felt like nobody was really talking about it the way I thought they should. But if you look at that album, her singles had so much longevity that we still think that it's like it just came out. Because she has all those songs, but all the singles that she like released on this timely schedule, it did its run, and then before it was out, like she did another song from the same album. So all these songs, like you feel like they're coming out of nowhere. Nah, they're dropped in January, dog.
They've been dropped, yeah.
You know?
Damn.
But
I'm gonna have to listen to that because honestly, I have heard that was a very very underrated album.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite album of the year.
Any other notable albums?
I listen to Views a lot. I listen to Marky Basie for sure.
Marky Basie, Groovy People.
People.
Did you get a chance to listen to Stoney, Post Malone's?
I did.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it.
Dude, he has some hits on that.
Yeah, he got some heat on that. I listened to For Your Eyes Only. I liked For Your Eyes Only a lot.
Is that J. Cole?
J. Cole, yep.
Okay.
That's one of those ones where you got to be at the right place at the right time in the right mindset. And luckily,
is that like a Bolo album? Like you kind of just listen to it by yourself, low key cruising?
Well, I listened to it on the way to LA with the four of us.
Okay.
But I liked it because to me it's a rainy album.
Okay.
And it was raining when the album came out.
Oh shit.
So I don't think that's a coincidence. I think that J. Cole purposely thought about dropping it in the winter time so that it would give that kind of effect. You know? And in the first song, he's like talks about the rain. Here, let me pull this up. He says like rain or something like right at the beginning. All right here. So imagine listening to that
in the rain.
Yeah, in the rain.
Dude,
you just feel it right off the bat.
There's so many albums that came out. It's kind of crazy. It's like, how do you keep up? It was like Childish came out with one. Kid Cudi even came out with one. But I didn't even get to listen to that yet.
Me neither. It's hard.
Yeah.
So much new music. Well, I'm happy for that too. It's because I've been listening to like a lot of podcasts, but now it's getting me off podcasts and getting me back to music.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta cycle on.
Yeah, you can't just listen to music all the time, and now you can't listen to just podcasts all the time. You gotta be diverse with it. You feel me? I want Big Sean to come out with another song. That bounce back song is super fucking tough.
That shit was hard.
I can't wait till he comes back. He's one of the rappers that is most underrated.
You think
for
so?
Sure. Hell yeah.
Underrated?
Hell yeah. Big Sean is tight as fuck.
I mean, I don't think he's underrated because I like him. So in my mind, I'm like, I fuck with him.
But I don't think he gets the credit he deserves, you know? To me, he started a bunch of rhyme schemes, you know? And he just, when you think of like who are the best rappers today, a lot of times he's at the end of the list or not even making it, you know?
Like what I really fuck with Memories. Was that the album?
That was on his first album.
Memories. Well, what was the first album called?
It was Finally Famous.
Finally Famous.
Because he had the series of like the Finally Famous mixtapes. And Memories was on, I think, Finally Famous Volume 2, the mixtape.
Dude, Finally Famous was hard.
Yeah.
That shit had.
That's Finally Famous, I think, Volume 2 or the first one.
That had.
One of them got me into it because I would run and I would listen to it and I'm like, this fool could He's
This
fucking
shit was
hard.
gas, dude. It had
You know?
hits on that song. He had My Last with Chris Brown.
Oh no, that's the album. I'm talking about the mixtape before.
Okay.
Yeah, because he was
Fire,
gassing
fam.
other people's beats.
Oh, with Lemonade on it.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. That shit was hella hard. Don Cannon. Yeah, dude. That damn Big Sean.
Dude, Don Cannon mixtapes were sick.
Yeah. Damn.
Big Sean is super underrated.
What else did he do on there?
He had Memories. He had because Memories was from that
he did
mixtape.
Made with Drake.
Oh yeah.
That shit was hard. Dude, I hella liked Love Song. I remember that. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if that was on Finally Famous.
I hope that Bounce Back does really good in the radio. It sounds like it's doing good right now. What's cool about it is, you know, music and club music and shit evolves, and it's like evolved right now into, I don't know, like the Black Beatles type of vibe, you know? And there's certain rappers and shit who like try to fit that vibe and try to make something for the radio, but it's too forced. And there's certain like artists who could just do it and like they make it their own.
Right.
And I feel like this is a good medium of like
for Big Sean.
Yeah, for Big Sean, it's a good medium of sticking to like how Big Sean is and the way he raps and his style, but also like putting it to this new music. You know what I mean? Like Ass by Big Sean, that shit was tight in the clubs a long time
That shit
ago.
was fire.
But if you were to drop that new right now, would it be fire?
Nah,
right?
It's just fire because it was fire
At that
and
time.
people know
you
it.
know what I mean? Like if you make snapping music today, that's just not tight. You could like literally release the same song as like the hit snapping music from before,
and it won't be.
Yeah, it's a time and place thing too.
True that. It is a time and place. It is.
Like, all right, what was one of your favorite albums of the year again?
Travis Scott's.
Okay, where was the first like time and place that you heard that album?
That one, dude. When did that drop? Actually, I'm trying to think.
I think like 3 months ago.
Birds in the Trap, Sing McKnight. September 2nd, 2016. What was he doing in September? I think. I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember the first time I've heard that song, the album. That's a good question. I could tell you some of my favorite songs on there though. Sweet Sweet.
I'm just saying that because, you know, a lot of times you listen to the album and you re-listen to it, it puts you back to that time and place, you know, where you first heard it.
Okay, I know what you mean.
Or where you like remember hearing it.
I think I was in Hawaii at the time. Cause Hawaii's like a 5-hour flight, and I remember I downloaded Birds in the Trap
before you went on the flight.
Yeah, and then I was like listening to that shit, and I was like, "Hey, Travis Scott, hey, you know that one, Black Youngster?"
Yeah.
So that I remember that was the first song. I don't know why I skipped to the third song.
Do you have a Spotify?
I have Apple Music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I used to have Spotify, but I forgot my login password, so I don't get that. I don't get the student discount that I used to have.
Oh, okay.
It was like $5.90.
Wait, do you get a student discount for Apple?
No, you don't.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's the reason why I couldn't remember my login information. So I was like, fuck it. If I'm gonna pay $10, I'm gonna just pay Apple Music because it's already on my phone.
Yeah.
And Apple Music tight. It's pretty cool. You could customize that shit and whatnot.
Yeah, I got Spotify. The reason why I stick with Spotify though is because like for the DJ app, you could use Spotify.
Oh fuck!
If you could use Apple Music, I would switch right away. Because you know Apple, they have more artists.
Yeah, they have a lot of shit, and they have like old music too now.
Yeah.
So shit, it's pretty.
Because they buy those rights up probably hella quick. But yeah, I've heard artists get paid shit though
from Apple Music or just from streaming.
From streaming in general.
Yeah.
And I wonder how like that's gonna be changed and fixed. You know.
Yeah, so how do you keep track of that? Or like how do you make sure your artists get paid from those plays and shit like that?
I don't know. I was listening to Joe Rogan and he was talking to the lead singer from Metallica, and they're saying that like Pharrell for his song Happy, like it got like the most plays. It was like I think it was in the billions or something.
Holy shit!
Played.
So that song was making me go crazy. So I hear it everywhere. I'm like, fuck. I'm not happy though.
But it was like the most played song on Spotify, and then I think he only got like $2,500 for it.
What?
Right?
That's nothing. 2,500?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
There's not.
But I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know.
That
would
sounds
be
like a stupid
crazy.
deal, right?
Yeah.
Like you get
Shit.
more money off YouTube for that.
Or like,
Yeah.
I don't even know how he made money then. Probably from sales.
I could be wrong, but that's what I remember hearing, and I remember hearing it from a long drive home from LA. So
For real, happy revenue streaming.
that's gonna be a tough article to pull up there. I think.
December 23rd, 2014, Pharrell made only $2,700 in songwriter royalties from 43 million streams.
Oh, okay. So I was off by the number,
but that's hella crazy. Well, some article titles say 3,000 or less than 3,000. So, shit.
That's insane, though.
Yeah, that's what.
I wonder, like, what's gonna change to get these artists more money.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Because before you used to be able to sell physical copies, vinyl. That's what people bought. And that's why you needed a record label too to like get your shit out there. But now
to get distributed.
Now it's different because we got the internet. You know, we got people could blow up on YouTube.
Like different platforms.
Different platforms, streaming platforms. But it's like, how do you get your money? It's like now the record labels get a cut of your tour and your merchandise.
Yeah.
Which before they like didn't touch. But the record labels like can't survive without that tour and merchandise now.
Yeah.
Because they're not making anything off of the actual product.
Yeah, because like Kanye would make so much off merch.
Yeah.
Kanye would make so much.
So imagine like being independent and doing it on like a big scale like that. You'd be making bank.
Especially independent.
Yeah.
Who are some pretty.
That's why I think a lot of Bay Area people like to be independent. Like Sue's independent. E40's done an independent Too Short. There's a lot of independent spirit out here.
That's good.
You know? And I feel like they've learned about that.
E40 definitely like laid out a blueprint. He did it all independent. So he's just showing people that they could do it too. And he's a mogul. He's a mogul.
It feels like there's levels to it though. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you could be like an independent star, but you get to this high. To get to that like nationwide high where you got like millions and millions of followers and you could sell out tours of stadiums and shit. I feel like I don't know any independent artist who does that. Like
stadiums, I don't know, because Chance is independent, but I don't know if you can sell at a stadium.
Okay, so Chance is probably like the biggest one I know right now.
Then
Macklemore was like claiming to be independent, but I'm not sure how.
I'm not too sure. I think 21 Savage is independent.
Okay.
So, but he can't sell out arenas.
Yeah, there's a difference between like selling out these big theaters and then selling out the Oracle Arena.
Right.
You know, there's levels to this shit.
There's levels.
Yeah. And especially when you get multiple dates in the same place, it's like there's levels to this shit.
Right.
Drake could sell out 3 nights at the Oracle easy.
Dude, he did 3 nights. No, he did 2 nights.
2 nights and then one in San Jose.
3 in the Bay.
3 in the Bay.
3 in the Bay.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's just crazy. But it's been a really good year for music and shit.
Yeah. I'm not mad.
Me neither. Christmas is coming up. Got any cool Christmas plans?
Shit, I'm just having Secret Santa with my family on Thursday. That's about it. And then just enjoy the holidays. Try to survive during this cold weather.
Yeah.
We're not used to it in the Bay.
Yeah, for real.
It's fucking freezing right now.
That's one thing about Disneyland too. It was cold.
Oh, it was cold.
You know how usually you go to Disney and it's like blistering hot.
Yeah.
So it kind of sucks out your energy.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. I was like, sunburned and shit like that.
I call it getting Disneyed out.
Disneyed out.
When that middle of the day, like 1-2 o'clock, where you've already done hella shit, and now it's like the hottest of the hot that it's gonna be, and then you see kids sleeping on the benches outside.
They
like,
slumped.
This kid is Disneyed out. You feel me?
For real.
But with the cooler weather, it was a lot more bearable.
Yeah.
But it was just there's more people,
Oh,
so
for
it was
real?
kind of like hard to navigate through.
That's the
But-
thing about Disney. There's hell of people. That's the
Yeah.
one thing. There's too many people. But what can you do?
Yeah, man.
What can you do?
All right, I'm gonna hit my music.
Good morning, sunshine.
Thank you guys for listening to episode number 22 of Hella Moded.
22.
We got a new
Crazy.
episode every single Tuesday. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead, subscribe to our iTunes, subscribe to our SoundCloud. If you're listening on SoundCloud or iTunes, subscribe to our YouTube.
Please.
You know what I mean? So
Give us some feedback.
shout out to shout out to everybody who's been watching and been fucking with us. We got some new guests in the work. I want to make 2017 really big. I want to get a lot of cool guests and have like just a string of like guests and guests and guests, and maybe add on a second show later. I don't know yet. We're still working on that. But yeah, shout out to everybody who's been fucking with us. We appreciate you guys. Yee.
Peace.